Hello, beautiful minds, and welcome back to Melodie's Mindcast, where we explore mind, momentum, human potential. Today's episode is going to sound a little different. No affirmations, no mantras, just a story about the orchestra in your mind. Because whether or not you realize it, there is music playing inside you right now. And if it sometimes feels like noise instead of harmony, this episode is for you. So, picture yourself stepping into a grand concert hall. The chandeliers are lit, velvet curtains pulled back, musicians seated with instruments ready to play. But instead of harmony, you hear chaos. Oh no. The trumpet blares, the violin screeches, percussion crashes out of rhythm, and everyone is playing at once, but no one is playing together. That's your brain's default mode network. So, the background chatter of the mind, it replays old conversations, edits past mistakes, predicts disasters that never happen. It is the orchestra perpetually tuning and never performing. And most people live their entire lives in that noise, but not you, friends. Every orchestra has a conductor. In your mind, that conductor is attention, focus. Wherever you point it, the music follows. Focus on regret, and the orchestra plays a mournful, sad tune. Focus on curiosity, and the strings lift into a brighter melody. This isn't just poetic. Neuroscience tells us that the prefrontal cortex sets the rhythm, the cadence, deciding what deserves your focus. The limbic system adds the emotion, the swell of violins, the crash of cymbals. Together, they form the invisible baton, the conductor's baton. But if you don't hold it, something else will. Or someone else will. The news cycle, social media, old stories you've been carrying for years. Chaos conducting chaos. So momentum doesn't begin with a perfect symphony. It begins with a single note, and that note isn't something you repeat to yourself. It's an action. Something small and real. Sending the email you've been avoiding, walking out the door for fresh air, picking up the phone to reconnect. Each action cues the orchestra to shift, and through repetition, neuroplasticity reshapes a score. Over time, the music changes. Oh, and here's a little personal story, friends. There was a season in my life when my days felt like nothing but noise and chaos. I was carrying more responsibility than one person should. Working long hours, raising 2 sons, trying to build something meaningful while also holding together everything that mattered most to me. And yet, every morning, before my feet even hit the floor, the music started. You're behind. You're not doing enough. Yesterday, you should have done more. It felt like the orchestra had staged a rebellion. And one morning, I sat at my desk with coffee gone cold and thought, this isn't music. This is static. And I'm letting it play on repeat. Me. And that day, I didn't silence the orchestra. I simply stepped onto the podium of my life. My first note was something ridiculously small. I recorded a 5-minute voice memo of my thoughts. Not for the podcast, not for anyone else, just for me. But that one action told my mind, she's conducting again. And the music has shifted. Not for anyone else, but for me, the music shifted. And it wasn't perfect. It wasn't polished, but it was mine. And with every small action after, my orchestra began to play something closer to harmony. Now, picture yourself in that same concert hall, only this time the musicians are waiting for you. The baton is in your hand, the lights are on you, and the question is simple. Will you let them keep tuning endlessly, or will you raise your hand and begin the performance? Here's a radical truth. You can rewrite the score even as the music is playing. Neuroplasticity doesn't care how old you are, or where you've been, about your past, or how many times you stumbled. It doesn't. The brain is always ready to follow the conductor's lead, my friends. So, what I have to say next is, tonight, when the world quiets down and you're left with the sound of your own thoughts, listen closely. Is your orchestra still warming up? Instruments clashing in disarray? Or will you step back on stage, baton in hand, and guide it toward a new sound? Noise is default. Symphony is choice. And friends, I want your symphony to be a beautiful concert made just by you. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me for this different kind of Mindcast. If it stirred something in you, please share it with someone whose orchestra is still searching for its conductor. And until next time, beautiful minds, remember to always be kind to your mind and take care. And the last thing I'd like to share is I'm so thankful and grateful to every single one of my subscribers here on YouTube. And thank you to the folks that have also followed and connected with me on LinkedIn. It really means the world to me. And I just want everyone to feel better, attract better, and live better experiences. So please, if this episode resonated with you, please click the subscribe button and please connect with me on LinkedIn. It would mean the world to me. All right, friends, take care. Bye.